Ring IQ TV, proudly joined by Buddy Mcgirt, the legendary trainer. This is take 3 now. Are you fed up?
Nah, I'm good, baby. I'm good.
How's the UK been treating you, Buddy, and how are you?
UK is always treats me well. I have no complaints about the UK at all.
So, Buddy, obviously you have quite a few fighters from the UK that you train. You've got quite a few big fights coming up. Dillian Whyte fights AJ in the rematch. Callum Smith fights Biev, who's a monstrous fighter. Khalil Mcgirt makes his matchroom debut. How do you prioritise your time when training these guys?
Well, it keeps me busy. I love it. You know, everybody has their own training schedule, different times. You know, I don't have everybody in at the same time. That's why I can focus on them. And the good part is they all come every now and then to watch each other train and support one another.
I want to talk about Khalil first. When he stepped foot in your gym for the first time, what did you see in him as a fighter?
I saw a kid with a lot of young talent, but he's rushing it. It's like, take your time. There's no rush. You don't have to impress nobody. The more relaxed you are and take your time, the better you will be, and you grow from there.
Rushing it in terms of his style and the way he boxed?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, he wants to do everything like, can we do this, can we do that? I'm like, take your time, relax, baby. You'll get it. Relax.
Do you think he's naturally like that, or do you think he's been taught like that?
I think I want to say a little bit of both. You know, sometimes when you get guys come to different gyms or come to America, or if guys from America come here, you know, they want to come in, they want to hit the ground running. You know what I mean? It's like, take your time, baby. We get it.
100%. Where do you see Khalil in a few years' time? Has he got what it takes to become a world champion?
He has everything it takes to become a world champion. The key is we just got to take it one step at a time.
Obviously, some fighters learn quicker, some learn slower. How do you see him learning?
You know, he's a very good learner. You know, and he's very teachable. He's very teachable. And, you know, he tries things over and over and over. If he has a question, he will ask, which is good. And so, I mean, he really wants it and he has everything it takes. It's just up to him and staying focused and keeping his eye on the prize.
As a coach, when you see these fighters in the gym, how do you know when to give them a rest day, when to turn it up a notch, or when to give them a light?
You have to study their body language every day, and then you know.
Do you have to get to know them as a person as
Yes.
well? How often do you spend with your fighters outside the gym?
Oh man, listen, we talk on the phone, we laugh, we BS in the gym. Sometimes we stay in the gym an hour after we're done, just kicking it. So, and as time goes on, you get to know a person, and you know, you watch them outside the ring, and then you watch them inside the gym, inside the ring, their reflexes, you know, how they react and how sharp they're getting. Make sure they're not overdoing it. So, it's not that easy.
Buddy, you've got a lot of British fighters in your stable. Why do you think they come out to America to train with American coaches, whereas the Americans don't actually come here and train with the British coaches?
I think they like my haircut. You know what I mean? That's what I think. But I really can't answer that. You know, I really can't answer that question, to be honest.
What is the difference between the American style and the British style?
The British style is very like, I don't want to say basic, I mean, but you know, they stand straight up. You know what I mean? And it works for some of them. Don't get me wrong now. It's not a bad style. You know, for some of them it works. You know what I mean? But some guys, it'll work until you get to this level. But here's the crazy thing. It's the same with American boxing. You can have, you know, the ability and the skill, but then when you get to this level, now you got to make changes. So no matter where you're from, you got to make them changes to get to the next level and stay there.
Which style is easier to adapt to, would you say? And which style have you trained a fighter for that was easy to adapt to?
You know, it's hard to say because, like, now that I'm older, I study, you know, the way the fighters in the UK are from Russia. You know what I mean? I watch them now, and I study them more, and they make a lot of good moves. You know what I mean? Some of them make good moves, but they don't. How can I put it? Capitalize on it. I think if you make those moves and add a little twist to it, it'll make it that much better.
Buddy, moving on. Dillian Whyte, obviously, in the rematch against AJ. Do you think both fighters have declined? I know he's your fighter, and I know, obviously, even if you do think so, it might be hard to say that he's declined. But where do you see Dillian Whyte and AJ right now?
Right now, I'm not looking at nothing right now but getting this victory. That's what I'm focused on right now, is getting the victory. And whatever happened in the past is the past. I leave it in the past. I don't look back in the past. It's over and done with. It's like music in the air. It can't be recaptured. So you let it go and you just remember certain things, but you just let it go and move forward.
How do you see Dillian Whyte beating AJ? What kind of way can he go? I mean, the first fight, it won't be the same as the first fight, do you think? Or will it?
Well, I didn't see the first fight.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see it, but listen, I mean, we got to make it a shootout. I mean, we can't get in there and try to jab and move and stay on the outside. Now we gotta make it a shootout. Bullets and gun smoke. You know what I mean? Nuts and guts.
Do you think it's not just a fighter's fight? Do you think the trainers have a psychological fight as well? So you getting the game plan right over Derek James?
I don't worry about what they're gonna do. I mean, I worry about what my guys gonna do. I don't worry about what they're gonna do. I worry about what my guys gonna do. I mean, because they, I'm quite sure they have more than one strategy, which is okay. But I'm focusing on what my guy has to do. I'm not worrying about what they're doing.
Do you watch tapes of the opponents? No. So how do you pick up mistakes if they do make mistakes?
I've seen enough of Anthony Joshua to know.